Hey girlies, it's Tammy. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we're going to be doing a review of the new Too Faced x Jackie Aina foundation, as well as their brand new Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage Concealer. I haven't tried the old one, so this is the first concealer that I'm trying from Too Faced. But as for this foundation, which is the whole reason I made this purchase to begin with, I got it from cultbeauty.co.uk here in the UK. I'm sure you can get it from Too Faced store in central London, but I don't live near there, so I just ordered online. I did tons and tons of research on my shade, and it was so hard because I haven't seen any videos of anyone using this shade, but I knew the shade darker. First of all, I knew I wanted to get a shade that Jackie made herself. The only two that are near my skin tone that she made was Butter Pecan and Chai, but Jackie herself wears Chai, so I thought I'm a little bit lighter than Jackie, so maybe I shouldn't go with Jackie's shade, so let me go one shade lighter, and the shade lighter than that was obviously Butter Pecan. There is two shades in between Butter Pecan and Chai, but they weren't made by Jackie, and they're both classed as having a rosy undertone, and I definitely don't have a rosy undertone, so I decided not to go with those two. So if you are around my skin tone, I definitely recommend Butter Pecan. It does look light, like when you see swatches and stuff like that, but it's a completely different shade when it dries down. It's deeper and it's golden and it's really nice. And the concealer shade I decided to go with is the shade Warm Sand. Now once again, I was like hunting on Google for swatches and stuff like that, and I think this shade works really well. I've used it underneath my eyes and I think it matches really well, and these two put together, perfect color combination for me. But if you want to hear my thoughts on the formula, then definitely keep on watching. Okay guys, so let's just go ahead and jump straight into this. So I have already primed my face with the Revolution Pro Pore Primer. Now I have got questions about this, like what does it do, how long does it last, and I don't know, primers are such a weird thing to me because you can't really tell how long it lasts. As for pore primer, I feel like it makes my skin nice and smooth and it makes the foundation glide on like really nice, but I don't actually know if it like reduces my pores and stuff like that. I mean, once I've got every layer on that I do, like foundation, concealer, powder, my face kind of looks flawless, so I guess it works. I don't know, I like to think it works anyway. So anyways, today's video is all about, of course, the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. So this is what the bottle looks like, and Jackie did say take a small amount because the coverage seems to like spread really well. So I'm gonna take a small amount at a time, probably like one pump on each side. I don't know, I'm just kind of half pumping it. I'm not really like pumping it all the way down. But as you can see, when it comes out, it looks super light for me. But when it dries down, it does dry down a little bit deeper. And I really wanted to pick up one of the shades that Jackie created, which is why I wanted to either go with this one or Chai. So I decided to go with Butter Pecan because it is the shade before Jackie's, and plus the other two foundations, Maple and Chestnut, they both said they had a rosy undertone, and I'm definitely not a pink undertone. I am more of a golden yellow, so that is why I went with this shade. So first things first, it blends out really nicely, but as you can see, it's not 100% coverage. So there we have one very light layer, just like a wash of coverage all over the face, and as you can see, it's definitely more of a light to medium coverage for me because I do have a lot of scarring. So I am going to go in with another layer. Okay, so that is how my face looks with a second layer, and I definitely feel like it's gone up to medium coverage. It's still not 100% full, but it's full enough for me. Plus, if I was really bothered with like the extra kind of darkness, I could go in with color corrector underneath, or I could go in with concealer on top. So I mean, it's not that bad coverage wise. It's not the fullest I've ever tried, but it definitely has coverage. And I also love the color of this foundation. Like, it's definitely not too orange or too red. It's the perfect kind of golden undertone for me, and I am living. So what I'm gonna do is go do my eyebrows and put my eyeshadow on quickly, and then I'll come back so we can test the concealer. Okay guys, and we're back. So let's just go ahead and test this concealer. So this is the shade Warm Sand, like I said, and the packaging is really big. It's like the biggest concealer packaging I have. So let's just go ahead and test this out. So it does come with a huge doe foot applicator, and I have heard, you know, based on reviews, that it is super pigmented, so I'm gonna go in with a small amount at first because I don't want to be overwhelmed. But the shade looks amazing as a highlight shade for me. It looks beautiful, so I'm just putting that everywhere I normally would highlight. I do like the applicator. Wow. I'm always impressed if the product is not soaked up by the sponge. Like if the coverage doesn't get soaked up by the sponge, I'm usually happy. So far, so good. And I didn't even use that much product, but I am obsessed. The coverage is beautiful. I love this. And together, they're just like perfection. They look flawless on my face. They blended beautifully. So my eyelashes are ready. I'm just gonna quickly stick these on and then I'll set my face. To set, I'm gonna use my usual Sacha Buttercup in the shade Buttercup Light. So I'm just gonna take that on my sponge and dab it underneath my eye. Now going into bronze with my Sunkissed Giant Bronzer as usual. And then last but not least, guys, I'm going to take my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in dark and just buff all the excess powder away. Okay guys, so here we have the final look. I quickly just went off camera and did my lipstick and the lash line to save time. So my thoughts on the brand new Born This Way Jackie foundation in the shade Butter Pecan. It is beautiful. I don't think I've ever had such a close match to my actual skin tone. Like the goldenness of this foundation is beautiful. It doesn't turn red, it doesn't turn orange. Nearly every foundation I have turns orange on me and I have to kind of balance it out with a really bright concealer. But with this one, I don't feel like I need to go as bright with the concealer because the undertone of this is beautiful. I love the foundation itself. Like once everything is said and done, to be honest with you guys, at the beginning, I wasn't sure on the coverage because I am quite a full coverage girl, but once you've put these two together, like my face looks flawless. Like plus I went in and set my face with the Mario Badescu spray and I have fallen in love with this recently. I tried it for the first time yesterday and it just sets down all the powder, gets my face looking nice and skin-like and healthy, and I absolutely love it. So yeah guys, in terms of coverage, the foundation is definitely a medium coverage. It doesn't cover everything, and even now, like if I squinted at my face, I can see like shadows of scarring, but it doesn't bother me. It's not so bad where I'm like, I need extra coverage. It's a really good foundation. I will have to, of course, see how it wears throughout the day, but I do have oily skin, and most people I've seen that wear it and they have oily skin, it does kind of get oily about 3-4 hours later. But I always experience that with every foundation, and I've said this in my previous foundation reviews, my skin just gets oily. No matter what I do, mattifying primer, 10 layers of powder, I just get oily. It is what it is. So I always carry a blotting powder with me, and getting a little bit oily doesn't matter that much to me, but as long as my face is not like an oil slick everywhere. So yeah, first impression wise, like these two, I am obsessed so far and I will definitely keep using them. I love the finish that I have on my face right now. So I hope this video was helpful for you because I couldn't find any videos of someone using the Butter Pecan shade and I really wasn't sure if it would work for me if I went too light, but I hope me using it shows you that it does dry down deeper, but still very golden undertone. So it is a beautiful foundation. Please give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and I'll catch you guys in my next one. Take care. Bye.